Hey everyone, today I want to talk about dealing with stage fright and performance anxiety. It's a horrible experience as a performer to go through the feeling of stage fright, and unfortunately it can affect some people so badly that they actually give up performing altogether, which is a terrible shame because there are actually some tips and tricks to get around this. So for a start, don't believe everything that you hear other performers say. It's very easy to hear other performers say things like, oh, I've never felt nervous in my life, I never get stage fright, I'm always totally confident. Well, in my experience, it's incredibly rare for a performer to go through their whole career and never experience some form of stage fright or performance anxiety. So a great place to start is for you to make sure that you really know your music inside and out. You want to make sure that you have been warming up the voice for quite a length of time, quite a few weeks leading up to the performance, so that you're vocally fit and ready to go. And another thing that you want to make sure you've done is to also practice the performance side. And you might do this by literally practicing in front of a mirror or recording yourself on your phone so that you can watch yourself back and see what's going on. It's another great idea to actually do a dress rehearsal in front of friends and family in a private space so that you have a chance to perform in front of an audience and really get your confidence up. Another thing that's a very good idea is to actually visit the venue you're going to be performing at beforehand. This gives you a chance to get familiar with the environment and the acoustic, and that will also help you to feel a little bit more confident. You want to make sure that you get plenty of rest and eat healthily a few days before the performance. This will help you to have the energy required to pull off a successful performance. Other things you want to do, make sure that you've got all your equipment if you're taking any, and your stage wear, anything that's involved in the performance, make sure that it's all ready to go and that you've planned your transport. You know how you're going to get there and you know how you're going to get back. You don't want to leave anything last minute. The only thing you want to be thinking about when it comes to the day of the performance is the actual performance. Now, when it does actually come to the performance, you know, we do have this nasty thing called adrenaline that can kick in. And it's a very good idea to double check how that's going to interact with any medications you might happen to be on. Now, the good place to actually test that is going to be if you can do the performance with friends and family in a closed environment, because certain medications can just throw people. Other thing to watch is that you don't have too much sugar and stay away from drinks like Red Bull because, you know, the caffeine, the sugar kick of it all, it could make you really kind of quite anxious. So you want to be very careful about the things that you consume before you actually perform. Now allow yourself, once you get on stage, to have a few moments where you are going to feel a bit anxious because you've suddenly gone out in front of a whole audience, they're looking at you, and it's quite a natural reaction to think, oh, just go with it, just get the performance on the go and just think to yourself, fine, I'm allowing myself to feel this way, and if I feel major anxiety, I trust that it's just going to wave over me like a big wave at sea. So instead of trying to run away from it and control it, just trust that it's going to pass, and it will do. At the end of the day, the performance really isn't about us. It's about entertaining our audience and giving them a positive experience. So if you can get your focus onto them and not just yourself, that's going to help tremendously as well. So these have just been a very few tips of how to deal with stage fright and performance anxiety. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. But this is something that you can absolutely overcome over time. And I would say exposure is a very important thing as well. Just the more performances that you can do and the more times you can confront your fears, you'll overcome it in no time. So wishing you all the best and happy singing. See you again soon. Bye.